When the enforcers switch sides, cross-border corruption and the rise of cartel capabilities. Corruption within U.S. and Mexican law enforcement institutions creates a dual failure that benefits only the cartels, granting them insider protection, operational advantages, and expanded criminal capabilities that neither government can counter effectively. Paul Campo, 61, of Oakton, Virginia, is a retired DEA official who served for 25 years before leaving the agency in 2016 as Deputy Chief of the Office of Financial Operations. According to a federal indictment from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York, Campo allegedly used insider knowledge of DEA systems, financial investigations, and enforcement methodologies to assist the Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generation, CJNG, one of Mexico's most violent and sophisticated criminal organizations. Prosecutors say Campo conspired with Robert Sensi, 75, of Boca Raton, Florida, to launder up to $12 million in cartel proceeds, exploring the use of cryptocurrencies, real estate investments, and other vehicles to obscure the origin of funds. They also discussed the potential acquisition of weapons and drones for CJNG, though no purchase is confirmed. During his DEA career, Campo held several key positions, including acting chief of the Office of Congressional Affairs, 2004 to 2005, serving as principal advisor to Administrator Karen Tandy. Later promoted to DEA's executive staff, he worked as executive assistant for the Office of Chief Counsel, 2005 to 2008. After retiring, he founded Global Financial Consultants in 2016, marketing expertise in anti-money laundering safeguards and asset recovery. Investigations show Campo and Sensi conducted at least 3 laundering operations totaling $750,000, allegedly CJNG funds. They also facilitated a payment tied to a 220-kilogram cocaine shipment intended for distribution in New York. DOJ evidence allegedly demonstrates direct involvement in narcotics trafficking. Beyond financial activity, both men explored acquiring military-grade weaponry, AR-15s, M4S, M16S, grenade launchers, and drones capable of carrying explosives, underscoring intent to strengthen CJNG's violent capabilities. Drone proliferation is especially relevant as media and conflict monitoring organizations highlight the rapid adoption of weaponized drones by cartels. Devices once used by hobbyists now deploy explosives, thermal cameras, and improvised release systems, enabling more precise strikes against rivals and security forces. Open-source military data show CJNG, Cartels Unidos, and the Santa Rosa de Lima cartel employing explosive-laden drones in Michoacán, Jalisco, and Guanajuato. A leaked Sedena report, December 2025, identifies these groups as principal users, documents repeated seizures since 2017, and attributes at least 12 drone attacks in Michoacán to them. Incidents linked to the deaths of 9 soldiers and 2 police officers. Additional reporting notes CJNG drone attacks wounding state police in Aguililla, April 2021, and arrests in 2023 of Santa Rosa de Lima operatives tasked with assembling explosive drones. The Campo-Sensi case emerged from a 2024 sting operation when Sensi first contacted an undercover informant posing as CJNG. Campo later joined, offering skills and connections. In December 2025, both men were indicted in the Southern District of New York on charges of narcoterrorism, conspiracy to distribute narcotics, providing material support to a designated terrorist organization, and international money laundering. Narcoterrorism alone can carry a life sentence. Sensi's attorney sought pre-trial release citing health issues, including early-stage dementia and diabetes, but prosecutors emphasized Sensi's criminal history. Convictions for mail fraud and theft of $2.5 million in the 1980s-1990s. Involvement in a scheme to procure military-grade helicopters for a Middle Eastern country, and attempts, alongside CIA operative Richard Hirschfeld, to influence the 2004 U.S. presidential election and smuggle Russian mafia members into the United States. This case has become emblematic of the DEA's broader struggle against insider corruption and the global ambitions of Mexican cartels. Other notable cases include Joseph Bongiovanni, a Buffalo-based agent who accepted $250,000 from mafia-linked traffickers, and John Constanzo Jr., who leaked sensitive information to defense lawyers in Miami, compromising DEA investigations. Threat assessment. Corruption within the DEA, especially when senior agents collude with Mexican cartels, introduces a dual-layered threat structure that amplifies risks on both sides of the border. When U.S. vulnerabilities intersect with entrenched institutional weaknesses in Mexico, the effect is not additive but multiplicative. generating high-impact consequences for intelligence operations, counter-narcotics policy, bilateral trust, and national sovereignty. Erosion of bilateral trust undermines intelligence sharing and joint operations. Cartels exploit these fractures to anticipate enforcement tactics and shield trafficking routes. Perception of transnational impunity reinforces collusion within Mexican institutions, strengthening cartels' ability to infiltrate police, military, and judicial bodies and to build parallel governance structures. Bottom line: cartel empowerment is the strategic risk. Proven corruption cases on both sides of the border show how high-level officials can become force multipliers for Mexican criminal organizations. In Mexico, former Security Secretary Genaro Garcia Luna and ex-drug czar General Jesus Gutierrez Rebollo were convicted of protecting major cartels, enabling vast cocaine movements and deep institutional capture. In the United States, the indictment of former DEA official Paul Campo, allegedly providing insider intelligence, laundering expertise, and operational guidance on drones and fentanyl logistics, illustrates how U.S. institutional breaches further upgrade cartel capabilities. Together, U.S. and Mexican corruption enhances cartel finances, operational innovation, including weaponized drones, and synthetic drug supply chains, while weakening state legitimacy and complicating coherent bilateral counter-narcotic strategy.